How's it going, YouTube? It's Panda time. In this video, we're taking a look at some of the rule changes that are happening for the upcoming pre-release draft format. I think the changes are good, and I'll talk about them a bit so you guys can understand what's happening. And aside from that, I just wanted to give you guys like an update, I guess, and just say thank you for all the support. You know, I've been doing daily uploads for over a month, almost 2 months now, and it definitely has been hard. It's not easy to keep up with daily content, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm glad that you guys do. You know, I appreciate all the comments and all the nice stuff. So we'll keep working hard to bring you that daily content, and we should have BT8 videos starting tomorrow. I'm going to pre-release this weekend, so we'll have, you know, matches from pre-releases, we'll have a box opening, and then we'll have some nice BT8 gameplay. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Alright, so here we are with the card game sealed format rules. You can find this straight from Twitter. I'm sure it's on the official website too. If you played in previous pre-releases, everything is pretty much the same. There's just 2 big changes. So I'm not going to go over all the basic stuff. You know, you get 6 packs, you know, the card 40 decks, you know, all the standard stuff. There's no side deck, games are best of 1. So what is important is these 2 things that are new that are over here on the right side. So the first one is the... Where's this? Okay, here we go, this one. Okay, so in sealed format games during the breeding phase, players don't choose between hatching new Digimon or moving a level 3 from the breeding to their battle area. Instead, players can place a level 3 Digimon from their hand in an empty space in the breeding area without digivolving onto a level 2 tamer. So basically what this means is that you don't need Digitama to go into the hatching zone with a rookie, which is really good because if you played in previous seal formats, you know that all the Digitamas are uncommons, so it's actually like pretty hard to open them. And if you like only open 2 in your 6 packs and your opponent opened like 4 or 5, then you were gonna be really behind, right? So this is a great change. It's just gonna make it so that everybody's in a more plain or a more even playing field, which is good. I think it's a great change. So basically what you need to understand is that you are not digivolving, and you're also not playing the Digimon, and it's still hatching area, so you're not gonna get any effects, right? So why you do this is because you're getting to get a rookie for free, essentially, which is what you get from your baby anyway, right? So everybody's gonna get a bunch of rookies, and as an advice, you know, as many rookies as you open, or you know, a good amount. Like just jam your deck full of rookies. They're really good. And now you don't need to rely on X. Obviously, any Digitamas that you open, you should still play because they all have pretty solid effects. I think the red one's gonna be the best one by far. But you know, even if you don't have them, you won't fall behind to your opponent, which is a good thing. So just understand that you're not digivolving and it's not being played. So it's just you're placing it there for zero memory, and then you can move it out later on, or you know, keep digivolving on it. So great change. The other big deal is the DNA digivolving. So as you guys know, in draft format, you don't have to follow color digivolutions, right? Like a red Digimon can digivolve to a blue Digimon and so on. So color can only be ignored for standard digivolutions, right? If it's an special effect, you still have to follow the rule. For example, you know, like hybrids specify like digivolves onto a red tamer, for example, right? But the big deal is the DNA digivolution, which says color can also be ignored for DNA digivolution and special digivolutions. However, all other conditions such as level, name, trait must be met. When stacking cards for DNA digivolution, you can stack cards on top of the Digimon of your choosing. So I find this interesting because I feel like previously, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they said that you had to go from left to right. But thinking about it, you know, like there is no board space in Digimon, you just have your cards. So if they would force you to go from left to right, you could always before digivolve and be like, oh, let me switch my stacks around, right? So I guess it makes sense that it doesn't matter the way you do it, it's just your choosing. Obviously it matters for card effect and things like that. Like for example, you know, Atomic Trash is from the bottom, so you want to sequence your stacks so that you get the inheribles you want at the top. But basically you can do it however you want, which I guess is good, just makes it easier. But the big deal is that you don't have to follow the color for DNA digivolution, which to me that says that immediately the DNA digivolution cards are the best cards for the format. So obviously everybody knows that Cameraman's insane, like I don't have to sit here and tell you about it. But the other 2 that you can get is Sylphimon and Shakumon. And if you haven't played them in real decks, which you should because they're good cards to constructed, like their power level is insane, and being able to go to level 5 for essentially free, and they have really good effects, both of them, and it's effects that are good in constructed but would be probably absurd in sealed. So my advice would be that any Sylphimon, any Shakumon, any Chimeramon that you open, you definitely play it. and definitely play to the DNA Digivolution, because those effects are really, really good. Aside from that, another advice that I'll give you guys for the pre-release format for draft is that don't be afraid to attack with your level 5s. You know, unlike regular constructed where you have your big win condition and some combo you're doing, like you just don't have that in draft, so you need to get advantage any way you can. You also don't want to be reckless and just attack with everything, but like if you get a 7k or an 8k Digimon on the board, like just swing with it, man. It's likely going to survive, and you need those little advantages over time to win the game. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm definitely gonna have match footage of the pre-release for the next couple of days, so look forward to that. And remember the rules, and thank you guys so much for watching.